I guess I better go ahead and start the show. Welcome, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and roll the intro here. I guess this is something that I should really talk about because a lot of people are talking about this issue, and this has been going on for a long time, and a lot of people are talking about the issues within the gaming industry and how the gaming industry is treating the average YouTuber in particular for a while. And now it becomes obvious right now there's a lot of things that are going on, especially within the gaming sphere, that has just started to the point where we're on the brink of destruction for the gaming industry and for gamers everywhere. So there's been a lot of discussions on these issues about racism and all this other stuff, that it got to the point where none of it can be fixed. Now, there's been some things that I'm going to go ahead and talk about because, of course, we will be talking about Kainen Pixel de Fascistien. That's how you pronounce it, if that's correct. Now, I would discuss this issue right now because a lot of people are talking about these issues and concerns about the gaming industry and how this is becoming a bigger issue within the situation with the community as a whole, and how they are trying to fix these issues and everything. And the problem is they can't. They're basically, we see this pattern of accusations towards certain people within a group of people that have been saying PewDiePie's racist, PewDiePie says mean things, and we see this all the time lately. Now that we see a group that is involved in this situation, and it happens to be an organization that is a government organization, by the way, who is helping EA. And we find out that this group has been accusing people of being right-wing, racist, misogynist, and all these other issues, and it's supported by EA. And we find out that the leader of this group happens to be let's put it this way, a government official snitch for East Germany back in the days when the Berlin Wall happened. Now, I'm talking about the fact that this is what's going on, and I'm going to go ahead and show you guys. This is something that you guys can see right now, because this has been discussed about a lot, and a lot of people are talking about this. So I'm going to go ahead and switch it over. Oops, wrong one. Sorry. I keep forgetting about that. So here, let me show you guys what's going on. You can see right here that this is what Lunar Archivist, who researched this whole thing about this project on EA's blog, which was posted. Now, EA blog for digital gaming culture, the Gaming Culture Project to Strengthen Digital Civil Society, published by Martin Lubar on April 4, 2020. All numbers speak for themselves. The digital gaming culture is an integral part of everyday life, as many people, even in every social space. The discussions in games themselves and the correspond online communities, and also increasingly political when it comes to this. The one thing that should really be made clear: anger, hatred have no place in the digital gaming culture. In this article, I will present two projects that want to reinforce exactly that. The Good Gaming, Well Played Democracy, projects was launched in 2020 by the Forschungsprogramm Molden Project, EV Project. Okay, so the Model Project Research Group, registered association in cooperation with the Amadeo Antonio Foundation. It examines how right-wing alternative actors are increasingly trying to foment and misanthropic atmosphere on gaming platforms. Another initiative by the name of Karen Pixel den Frankenstein, No Pixels for Fascists, is a coalition of websites, media representatives, research collectives, and development studios who want to campaign for an all-inclusive climate in their communities. Now, a lot of people have talked about this, and this is like the thing that it has been archived and translated, and it's basically in German. Keep this in mind. A lot of people were talking about this issue a lot. This has been something that has been talked about a lot. This has been something that's been brought up a lot, especially within the gaming sphere by organizations like this one, Horror Game and Politics blog, that brought this up. Now, part 2 kind of discusses the whole thing about gaming. Okay, so they kind of talk about the group and the organization where it represents good gaming, well-played democracy, a decisive stance against misanthropy. The goal of gaming as well-played democracy is addressing various facets of the group's related misanthropy together with players with different networks to be sure that vast majority of gamers reject sexist, racist, and anti-Semitic attitudes. However, the Good Gaming Project sees the underrepresentation of loud, decisive stance against misanthropy, whatever, both in video games. I'm sorry if I can't pronounce this. Misanthropy, or whatever it's called. Misanthropy. Both video games and in respective communities. That is why campaigns are being developed that, in cooperation with passionate fans and gaming culture, are meant to convey clear message: we are for the strong digital civil society in gaming. Yeah, that's what they're trying to do. Good gaming analysts in further education and digital street work. Admittedly, digital games are increasingly daring to address socially relevant issues, and they often tell stories and positions themselves against racism and the stand for diversity and sexual variety. I don't understand what's... Oh yeah, I think I know what they're trying to do. However, the fact that this is not always the case in communities often lack clear stance when it comes to other players being subjected to sexist and racist insults is other side of the coin. Through the preparation of analysts and background information, further education and consultation, as well as digital street work. I don't know what digital street work means, but I'm assuming they're trying to basically start a group and try to fight this online. And that's what I'm guessing what digital street work means. The Good Gaming, Well-Played Democracy Project conveys recreational fun by taking clear position against groups related to misanthropy go together very well. And this is why the Amadeo Antonio Foundation is involved in this. So let's just go ahead and seek what they're trying to do. Now, they kind of talk about Pickle No Fascist has an interesting motto: in video games, everyone should feel comfortable and no one excluded, and piss off if you disagree. Now, this is something that they kind of talked about. The gaming communities against racism, sexism, anti-Semitism. Right-wing extremists use online communities to spread their misanthropy ideology. In particular, their arguments fall on sympathetic ears in places where racism, sexism, and anti-Semitism are accepted without opposition. Even in gaming communities, such behavior is tolerated and downplayed. That must end. We stand for anti-racist, LGBTQ-friendly, and feminist video game culture without anti-Semitism. Discriminatory behavior is not tolerated in our communities, regardless of whether it's online or offline. Video games can be colorful and diverse places where everyone can feel comfortable and where nobody is excluded. In order for them to become that, we have to work together for it. We will gladly do without people who disagree with that. Gaming remains colorful. Nazis have no place with us. Therefore, no pixel, no fascists. Now, they kind of name the organizations down below. Working Group of History and Digital Games, Behind the Screens, Kaza Creations, Christian Herbert's Delayed D-Pad. Like, there's a lot, like Femi Geeks, and let me see what else. Sorry. Gain Magazine, Gain as in Gain. I never really understood these groups, though. It's kind of interesting that they all are, even EA's on board with this. And you can see that they basically link out all the groups' pages and everything. And it's kind of interesting, though. Like, Gain Magazine, Fem Geeks, Nerd Star, Lost Levels, Let's Play History, Language at Play. There's a lot of them. Polygamma, Polynex, Redlining, Rogue. You can see that there's a lot of video game tourism. You can see that there's a lot of involvement in this, and these groups are from foreign countries. And I find it interesting, though. This one is like, okay, so what is No Pixel, No Fascist? No Pixel, No Fascist is an initiative of websites, media representation, research collectives, and development studios from computer gaming cultures who want to campaign for an inclusive climate in their communities through anti-fascist work. Now, it had been a long observing how right-wing groups use their influence in computer games as a communication platform. In the process, I don't know how and why they would say that, but okay. In the process, they do not always make their presence obvious, but the transition from discriminatory comments and hate speech and radicalization of the right-wing scene is fluid. Pixel No Fascist wants to create a counterbalance to the toxic part of the computer gaming scene. Together, we now turn to the public with statements calling it for the fight against discrimination where it arises. This statement is just a beginning to our work. We see ourselves as a collective movement that is active and self-organized in fashion and critically observes the events of the computer gaming industry and its audience. We react to the current development to provide information about them. Okay, we will be a focal point of the subject of right-wing radicalization in the realm of gaming sectors, providing players, and let's see, community managers and editors with contact persons with information and problem-solving approaches. Basically, this is what they're going to try to do. We will be the focal point on the subject of right-wing radicalization in the realm of gaming sectors to provide players, community managers, and editors with contact persons with information on problem-solving approaches. So basically, they want you to contact them since they are the experts in fascism, and they don't even know what the hell fascism is. They don't even know what the definition of fascism is when it hits them in the face, because already there is a lot of fascism right now in America, in California of all places, and they don't even know what the definition of fascism is. The first step, we published a series of articles and interviews that deal with the issues of right-wing radicalism in the gaming communities with different levels. In doing so, we want to educate and offer problem-solving approaches on how players and developers and gaming community can take action against right-wing radical corporations. Cooperation. We will conduct interviews with authors and researchers who dealt with right-wing extremism, such as Anita Sarkeesian, I'm assuming, and other forms of hate, and offer guidelines can be used, for example, to identify right-wing leaning online profiles. And all signatories for statements to have the same opportunity to help shape the work of the initiative. Pixels No Fascist is a community organizing that would like to represent a broad alliance of players supporting from the form of areas of the media that are gladly welcome. We look forward to your questions and available to further information in our statements with signatures, sonorities to get found here in our website. So I'm guessing the issue here is kind of obvious, and I kind of want to tell you guys something. Considering what's going on and what they're expecting you to do is basically they want everyone to come in and basically have them control the whole thing. And they're using, and I don't even know why they want EA. I don't know why EA is supporting this. I don't even know why they let these people do it by accusing everyone who's a right-wing extremist, pointing out the issues such as, like, for example, microtransactions are evil, therefore, but then again, you get accused of being a right-wing fascist. That doesn't make any sense when you have parents who basically are concerned about the issue, and you have people writing these articles saying, oh, that the people who are saying that these are fascists, these are right-wing fascists. No, these are concerned parents. And if you're going to make that argument, you got to have a good argument. These people who basically are saying this, and this is something that I don't want to bother with. But these are people that are basically trying to tell you guys, oh, you need to believe in us. You need to give us money. You need to give us all this inclusion, all this other stuff. Like, give us the power we need to fight this enemy doesn't even exist. They believe that the Nazis exist. They still believe that the Cold War, and I thought the Cold War ended, and it turns out these people believe that the Cold War never ended. They basically tried to assume everyone's a fascist, everyone is racist, everyone is this. And this is what bothers me about this, is that they're basically trying to use these organizations to go in and try to control the whole thing and turn it into Berlin. They want a Berlin Wall in the gaming community. That is what's going on. That is what's going to happen. That's basically what they're doing. They're basically making a Berlin Wall. And Lunar Archivist was right about one thing. They're building a Berlin Wall within the gaming community. And this is what bothers me the most about this issue, is that they're basically trying to circulate rumors and spreading campaigns against people who don't tout their wording, that don't worship their God knows whatever the hell they have. They don't, like most people, don't worship their genitalia. And it's getting to that point where, you know, there's people out there that are also going after PewDiePie, of all people. And it's like, I'm looking at the stuff that's going on. Now, let me see if I can look around for PewDiePie, because a lot of people are talking about PewDiePie is now signing up for YouTube Gaming because he's no longer on DLive. And I'm guessing he's really going over there. Now, people can't seem to get over the fact that PewDiePie is going on to YouTube to live stream now. And you can see right here, there are people out there that are literally doing this. Now you can see right here, this is what they're saying. Not really. He didn't cause the YouTube apocalypse. He caused the YouTube apocalypse the first time, but then again, you have Carlos Massa who caused the second apocalypse by basically going off on that. It's Lisa's legs that made the biggest YouTuber channel, PewDiePie. And personally, I don't really have a problem with PewDiePie. I just don't get why people are upset with PewDiePie. And it's like, PewDiePie is not racist. Holy shit. The tweet about PewDiePie streaming back in YouTube and the amount of people who keep calling PewDiePie a neo-Nazi and racist is just surprising. Can believe many people would ride Pew's dick like that. Wow, I understand why Pew hates Twitter. And this is what's going on. And this is like, you can see the people like saying this. I give him 3 months before he says the N-word again. And they basically are trying to do this. An exclusive deal. Wow, I did I did not see that coming. Now they basically are, oh, dope. I love it when YouTube platforms crypto fascists who honestly barely deserve crypto. And it's getting to that point. Like, if your profile picture is from an anime, your opinion doesn't count. That's funny. That's funny. It's like, this is hilarious. Fascists pretend not to be fascists. So basically, anyone they don't like but can't outright call fascist, they got Nazi Bigfoots now. What's a crypto fascist? Sounds like a random buzzword that makes fascist sound like a little bit realistic. It's like everyone keeps talking about this, like, you know, no one gives a shit. That was in the past. And it's like, right now, YouTube's desperate. They really want that that fan base's money, yo. They want to spam all that advertisement money. And here's the thing. They don't care. PewDiePie has signed an exclusive live stream deal with YouTube after switching to a rival platform in 2019. And he's going back to YouTube to live stream, considering that YouTube has signed a deal with him because of the fact, let's put it this way, YouTube is losing a lot of money from advertising. And the fact that businesses are really losing it to the point that even YouTube itself is practically not paying all the YouTubers money equally as they claim, because of the fact that they believe in, well, let's put it this way. Does YouTube believe in equal pay? No. So if PewDiePie makes $1 million, do you think YouTube is going to pay us millions of dollars and they support equal pay? No, they don't. So let's put it this way. Let's put it this way. If you believe in equal pay and equal rights and equal all this stuff, do you think YouTube is going to pay us any money in support of it? Not really. So they can F off with that bullshit that they believe. Because they're just trying to buy out whatever they can. And it's like, let's put it this way. Reacting to the ABS final sign-off.
Now signing off.
What a fuck.
This is ABS-CBN Corporation Channel 2 in the service of the Filipino. Now signing off.
What a fucking.
Yeah, so let's see. Imagine saying to YouTube that you want to earn the same amount of money like PewDiePie because we too want the same. You know what? I think it's kind of funny. I think we should try to do a campaign for PewDiePie and say equal pay. So PewDiePie has millions of dollars. Why don't you pay us, YouTube, for that same amount of money? They ain't gonna do that shit. It's kind of funny.
Take the moral high ground. Not because I'm a Karen. Because this is insensitive against people that don't have legs, okay? Don't make fun of it. It's not funny.
Stop watching. Okay, friends and journalists, centrists. Be a decent human being. Stop watching PewDiePie. No one's gonna stop watching PewDiePie. PewDiePie leaves blockchain video platform. Now, here's the thing I'm going to talk about this. DLive is a blockchain. Basically, they get paid Linus. They pay you in Linus. It's sort of like another version of a Bitcoin, but instead they pay you in Linus, which isn't really that much. But of course, DLive is a very popular, somewhat popular platform. But it's owned by a Chinese businessman. And I think that was the problem with that one. Now, keep this in mind, I have no idea why people are upset with PewDiePie and the fact that even I'm surprised that what's-her-name came back, Francisca Ramsey, emerged out of nowhere with the support of Carlos Maza. And sometimes I want to say this. I think that Carlos Maza should challenge Jake Paul to a boxing match. Because if he wants to fight anti-capitalists, he should fight Jake Paul. I'm not kidding. Because of the whole financial independence movement. He should really fight Jake Paul if he believes in that shit. I want to say this. I want to say this right now. Carlos Maza, if you're brave enough to take on the challenge, because I'm going to say this right now. I'm going to play music. I'm going to play music in the background. I'm going to find some background music here and see which song would be better for this whole thing. I don't know what to say. Let me see if I can find something here. Let me see if I can find something that would be perfect to make a dialogue speech here that is so stupid that it would probably... Jesus Christ. This is stupid. Oh, man. I'm going to go ahead and try this again and see if I can find something in the auto library. Let's see if I can find something here. Nope, not that one. Nope, not that one. Nope. No. Now we'll just do something that'd be totally fine. I don't know. That's not good. All right. I don't know. There we go. We'll try that one. The only thing I would say, Carlos Maza, if you can't fight Jake Paul in a boxing match, I would say this. If you cannot challenge him, you're a bitch. There we go. Yeah, that's what I'm going to say. You're a bitch. Because you would rather take on PewDiePie, but you don't want to take on Jake Paul, who happens to influence children to buy his merch, and you're supposed to be anti-capitalist. Come on now. You should know better. You're supposed to be the example of it, but instead you're a rich kid who basically is upset with PewDiePie, but not Jake Paul, who happens to be the worst scumbag in the world. I don't see any problem with that, but then again, yeah, he's a hypocrite. So it just proves the point. because Carlos should set a better example, but unfortunately he doesn't, YouTube. So why the heck did you take his word for it? Same with EA. You take everyone's word, now you're losing money, bitches. I tried to warn you guys, but you don't want to listen to a minority. Too bad. So sad. You're all fucked. Anyways. So, let's see here. I guess I better go ahead and talk about this, because this is something that needs to be talked about. DC and Marvel both gives us good things and naturally bad things. And there's two things, those consumers, everything from one brand, but never tried the other. Even the good ones, no apparent reason, have other pure spite brand loyalty. Your thoughts? I don't really care. There's some good books and there's some bad books, and it's just a shame that a lot of bad books tend to be destroyed. Now, keep this in mind, I have no ill will towards YouTube and other places. It's like, it's getting to that point that the gaming industry has gone to. Okay, MMO Monkey, thank you for retweeting. I appreciate your support, but then again, you're not going to bother with this. I don't know why MMO Monkey decided to do this, but I will give them a big thank you. MMO Monkey, you have my respect, so thank you for retweeting, even though I don't have a really good stream. The fact that it's becoming an issue that I want to address about the gaming sphere and also YouTube, and the fact that this has gone too far to the point that a lot of people are not happy with how they're trying to betray the YouTube community and how they're treating the YouTube community and how they're trying to troll the YouTube community. And this is getting to the point where a lot of people are asking a lot of questions about what they're doing. Now this is something I'm going to go ahead and show you guys, so keep this in mind. This is something that popped up, and this is just a parody of something that someone made. So no, I hope this is going to be funny. So here we go, and there we go. Oh boy, that's funny. I'm amazed by that one. That's actually a pretty good one. Let's go ahead and go back to the feed here. Like, this is what's going on, and it's pretty bad. Like, Boeing C-17 cargo planes flew over Yelm Family Medicine as scheduled. You see essential healthcare workers and frontlines corps. Oh, that's nice of them. Flew over Honor, causing passing the bases and maneuver between Young Cliff. Okay, one of the C-17 Globe Masters have seen over the planes. Gee, there were helicopters flying over there, but yet they gotta go ahead and send out the supply bays over there. That's nice of them. Alright. So, let's see here. Let's see what's going on, because a lot of people are getting crazy over this. Let's put it this way. I'm trying to continue on making this into a joke, and right now this is becoming one of those things that the video game industry is going to be talking about for decades. So what's going to happen here is that the gaming community is split between two sides, and right now it's becoming like a really bad situation with the gaming community. And I don't want to be mean, I don't want to be negative, and I don't want to say that this is bad, but unfortunately it's getting worse to the point where both sides can't seem to get along with each other, even if they disagree on issues. I think this is the problem that I will have to admit. I don't think we could fix the gaming community. I don't think we can, because we have people that are really bad actors, and I'm not saying that it's the fault of the gaming industry. I'm saying that it's bad PR. You have people saying that, oh, these people are sexist, these people are racist, and they make these accusations to the point where I don't even think they're aware of what their intentions are and why people, and the problem is that they're trying so hard to accuse people of these things, and I don't think they know what they're doing. And a lot of us are talking about this to the point that I don't even think they have any chance in hell to fix the issues with the gaming community, because there's been a lot of talk about what they've been doing and the fact that this is becoming one of those situations where people are not happy. Now, I, for one, I'm not trying to cause any problems or try to do anything like that, but I kind of thought it was kind of funny, though, where a lot of people are upset over Cyberpunk 2077. I thought it was kind of hilarious because already people are making fun of it, and it is hilarious that people are making fun of the whole issue with Cyberpunk on social media. Now, the reactions on social media are funny because it's like, according to the ESA rating, Cyberpunk 2077 allows you to customize your genitals, and you also have sex and get head. Yeah, and this is something I wanted to address too on my last episode of doing this. It was kind of ridiculous how some people reacted negatively towards this, and because a lot of them were advocating for this. They wanted all-inclusive things, but it turned out to be a really bad situation. And it's ridiculous how that happened. And I'm just saying, like, it's getting to that point where people are just not happy. You can't make everyone happy, and they tried to make everyone happy about this. And it's becoming one of those people who, it seems like there's some disingenuous people out there that want something, but at the same time they don't want it. Like, I don't want this, but already, I didn't have a problem with it. It seems that there's some people that kind of did that. There's also the situation where there is a Fata Morgan's questionable translation. That's another drama that's happened. Manga Gamer and developer defends Fata Morgan's questionable translation. Publisher Manga Gamer and developer Nochicel have stood by the questionable translation for an ancient and forgotten visual novel, The House in Fata Morgan, with a translation claiming that the deviations from the original lines acceptable because it highlights Jacobo's failures, which resulted in him being a man. Manga Gamer released a statement on the matter and noted that they do not consider harassment as a valid approach. Now, they try to use this word harassment a lot, and I want to address something to Manga Gamer. A lot of people are concerned that this translation doesn't really fit well, And I'm not trying to be mean to you or anything like that. It's not to harass you. It is to point out that they felt that that translation was absurdly bad. Now, I don't really want to say this, but here's what you said. You have sincere questions and concerns regarding the translation of any of our titles. We would encourage you to reach out to us at support.mangagamer.com. Instead, we may not be able to respond to all inquiries, but we will take legitimate criticisms into consideration. The translator provided an explanation as to try to justify the translation and the lines as they did, going into the backstory of the character. This tweet has gained quite a bit of transaction over the last couple of days that brought within some confusion as to the reason behind our decision. To the translation line, we did explain there and will require, spoiler alert, Fatima Morgan somewhat, so keep in mind as you read. The House of Phantom Moria is the latest, a least part of the game, is sort of an anthology of stories that take place in the same house. Each deals with a man who has been cursed by a witch, and Morgana, who lives in the end in the tragedy that brought one by the deepest character's flaws. That's a fine. The character in question, Jacopo, a Sicilian businessman, mafioso in the 19th century America. Yeah, I guess that's kind of... He puts it into a political marriage and in charge with establishing a foundation to the family in Americas. Fantana frequently explores the subject relating to the gender roles and sexism, especially prevalent in Jaco's story. His old friend Maria wants revenge on his family for killing hers, and angry that the mafia dismisses her simply for being a woman. She forced to serve as Jaco's maid while he rides to the top just for being a man. The pressures of both his business dealings and managing a mafia family causes Jacopo to neglect, physically and emotionally abuse his wife, the fact that Maria takes a quick advantage of. She manipulates Jessica into thinking his wife is cheating on him, and the insurer's paranoia leads to him yelling at her, destroying her prized possessions, and eventually locking her in a shed. His pride and pressure from the family prevents him from simply taking with her. So, basically, you decided to justify it because of some sexist roles in Italian. Let's put it this way. You're basically saying that Italians are this way. Okay, 7, which would immediately clear up the misunderstandings and allowed them to reconcile. Maria, who openly rejects the traditional gender roles, specifically takes advantage of his insecurities as a man, husband, and potential capo to being about Jacob's downfall. Now, the line of the screenshots above appeared to be post-game, a fourth where breaking the extra wall breaking extra during the witch Morgana goes around visiting the game's various characters. Morgana in particular disdain for Jacopo as a man responsible for most of her suffering in life. When they meet, she greets him with blah 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 translation, which is rendered to more literally as "I came to see you, stupid Tatsunada asshole." The Tatsunada refers to the fact that he was proclaimed to love his wife, and he only ever managed to hurt her. It's basically an insult. And it's like, I don't know why they did that. It's like Tensenedre. Like, I don't know what to say about this, but it seems a reasonable argument, but at the same time, it's like, In shorthand, one of the most prevalent character flaws in his story, as extra scene of highlighting the various aspects of the character. In bringing this to English, he wanted something equally snappy and vitriolic while accurately representing the character. Factura is historically fiction with heavily emphasis on social issues shared throughout the world. So we decided it would be best to go with something easily understandable to all reader, hence how you are fragile male ego holding up. Rather than translation of the word itself, the translation of the ideas embodied in the world of Jacobo's downfall brought about his hesitation to stay in societal expectations of masculinity. It sounds like you're just basically making it out to be something you decided to write down and you decided to put out there. You basically try to use your expertise and intelligence in this, and I'm just like reading this. Okay, you choose to highlight the specified because it's unexpected, but as its decision we made very carefully, it's gone over consistently well with both readers and original developers. Developers Nomosade released a message to their English Twitter account and stated that they had no issue with the way the translation was, which is fine. The translation seemingly obsessed with blaming Jabrigo's fault on his gender and hesitation to strayed from social at the Nori Testament, meaning thinking those situations we understand, while our translation has chosen the word after that much reflection. Critics have commented that several of the words that would have worked better in the place of Testament, such as abusive, two-faced, on the top of the words such as bastard. Yeah, because most Italians do say bastarda, and I do know that, like, you're a bastarda, like bastard, and I would agree with that point because it does tend to make more sense because most Italians do say bastard as an insult. Because if you're gonna try to change the translation, you would honestly go by the Italian aspect of it too, because most Japanese do know the Italian aspect sometimes, because one person actually did study Italy before. Because most Italians do know that word. I do agree with what the translators have said. They would say that. They won't use the word fragile male ego. They would use an insult. And I think the problem here is that this person decided to go by what they felt was in their own interest of trying to point out that they wanted this in the translation because it doesn't, because of the whole gender norms thing. Like, they go by the gender norms. And I can see what goes on because I'm reading at Sakinku Complex here, and it does seem like it's a very good thing. Now I'm going to show you guys what this is. I can't show you the whole thing, but you notice that we have noticed that the discussions among some of the English community about the translation of Fata Morgana. So we would like to express our simple thought about what we stand. Now you can see right here that this is what they said. We assume that we picked it without into consideration of the situation, the character's relationship would appear in a backward specific situation. Now you can see right here, this is what they're doing, and they talked about this. Okay, not entirely an accurate representation of men, and this is kind of what we kind of talked about. Being suspected of a rebellion and enraged him so much that he actually started one. Why are men like this? And this is what she kind of pointed out. Seems okay. Can we all call the Force Society and men? Now, keep this in mind. This is something that the translator tries to do and tries to justify it. And I'm looking at this going on about this. This is what they're trying to show about the translator and what they try to do. Now you can see that the person kind of points out the issues here, and the translations delete straight men. And I can understand why people are kind of suspected of this person and why this person did all this stuff. It's kind of weird though. Oh my god, I'm losing my shit. Literally, Satan wins in the end. Babylon literally fucking ends. Like Satan killing the only force of good in the world. That it's just over. It's like the person's translation of it. I'm so confused. Literally, what's the message here? What is the Babylon trying to do? 12 episodes is literally good versus evil, and all good side and evil wins. Evil portrayed by a seductive feminine fatale that would have been just your standard cop show sexist stuff, but I have no idea how to interpret how she won. A hot evil mom spends years manipulating a man into killing the president of the United States is a fantastic premise. She graduates from illegal prostitution into legal prostitution, where she constantly disrespects men and wears a fucking funeral clothes to coming of age ceremony of a goddamn boss. Michael's my hero. This is the type of person that translate this. This is kind of funny, and I think this is why people went after the translator, and I could see why. Because the translator does not like what the gender roles are in anime, and criticizes it constantly. Play the House of Phantomora now 50% off on Steam. A bunch of chodes have discovered a single line in Omaki scene in the game and came out 3 years ago and really angered about it, and it's extremely funny. Anyhow, the House of Phantomora is now 50% off on Steam. Now, that's what happened, and that's what's going on. That's the drama of the person in question, the manga gamer translator. And frankly, you know, I do agree with the point of this, what they said, because of the fact that the community kind of sees this person's problem. The critics have commented in several other words that would have worked it better in place of Tansandiri, such as abusive or two-faced, on top of the words such as bastard. If the insult had to be gendered, it much like how bitch could be applied to females, it's the exact phrase for fragile male ego. And I think the person using fragile male ego is basically a snobbish term, because I don't think the snobbish term is kind of used a lot. Because when you see people using fragile male egos are so fragile. It's kind of stupid. It just doesn't seem like the right kind of sentence that makes any sense. It's like likely to signal to people that our agenda have been forcibly placed to script to its regarded needless politicals. The suspicion translation to merely being a feminist insult. And I don't even know what to tell you guys, but this person who translated this has a snobbish ego. That's what I feel this person has, as a snobbish ego, and I can see why you guys got upset with this person over a translation, but you can't do anything about it because they supported the snobbish person's ego that much. But then again, you have a person who has a snobbish ego. There you go. So as far as I know, this is what becomes the situation. Now, keep this in mind, I have no ill will towards this person, and I'm not going to try to pick on this person. You're going to have people like this no matter what. If you want to buy a game that you can trust if the translator makes a really good decision on it. The problem with this is that I think that most of the gaming community is upset about this, and that's understandable. And the fact that okay, so the Trials of Mana mod for nude mod has been deleted due to the fact of it's been reported by the community, and the fact that it's not even the modding community is safe from the attempt to conflagate fiction from reality. The same thing, which is insufferable and Puritan, seemingly invading every hobby and niche in an attempt to control the creative freedom. That's kind of what is going on right now in the gaming community, because it's becoming one of those situations where people are not happy with. And I do agree that there is a situation to where people are not happy with the gaming community as a whole. And I'm not really sure. I wish I could show you guys the images and everything, but I would probably get taken down. There's been a lot of things that are going down lately. I would discuss with you guys, but unfortunately, this has been one of those things that are going on. Mr. Monopoly. Let's see when Mr. Monopoly is trending. Mrs. Monopoly has been... The problems with Miss Monopoly isn't that she's a female or any. It's the normal complaints. My problem is that she doesn't give off big money energy. She looks like a normal ass person, and I don't want that shit. I want the fucking $10 billion money bag person with fancy ass clothes. There's also Team Fortress Monopoly, and people are making fun of the whole Monopoly game. And there's a I don't really have a problem with that. Let's see here. Takahashi, no. Inuyasha. Oh yeah, they're gonna bring back Inuyasha. That's right. They're bringing back Inuyasha in a different visual, up and coming Inuyasha related project, Hanyo no Yashimihame. Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay, if Kikyo manages to come back one of the more time in Inuyasha's sequel. I probably will love to see it come back because there was no conclusion to the series or anything like that, and I wish that the creator would continue, but unfortunately she's getting old and I really miss her and I really like her, but unfortunately it's not going to be that greatly appreciative. As far as I know, I wish there was a lot of anime out there that does this. But the fascism and the Cold War gaming sphere is being under attack by people accusing everyone of being fascist, racist, sexist, and misogynist. Well, there's nothing we could do about it other than the fact that we could just fight back and tell people, look, we don't want to be involved in your little war against an enemy that does not exist. And the problem is that you have people in that community who are very let's put it this way. You have people in that gaming community that are very suspicious to me, that try to attack the gaming community, that try to make it look like they're the bad guys, that try to frame people to say, oh look, they're being racist, oh look, they're being mean, oh look, they're, without even trying to forgive them for trying to make it up to you. Instead, you want them to basically because that's the problem. This is the type of behavior you're expecting them you expect them to forget to apologize to you, but when you try to do it, you disrespect them for it. That's the biggest issue that people have with the gaming community, and especially those who try to attack them, especially like, for example, source code. Okay, so 2 terabyte Nintendo source code demos, SNK leaked it. Hackers leaked large amounts of data relating to Nintendo's older console, including source code of SNK of N64 demos. Following the recent leaks, an earlier Pokemon Sprites concept of 2 terabytes of Nintendo data recently leaked on 4chan, including following items: source code for the boot, block diagram data sheets in every system components, and Verilog for Esha, HS, and Shasha. The biggest, craziest thing in the leaks: data sheets, block diagrams. Oh, that's cool though. The full ISO SNK source code for ISO will operating systems, planning docs, and implement. Oh, that's pretty cool, though. So the leaks believed to be containing demos of Nintendo's Space World Trade Show in 1999, although no proof has yet existed in existence. Okay, so this information would theoretically be used to create unauthorized ports for the consoles and emulators. However, using data from the leaks to create hardware and software that would be considered illegal in most countries, this would likely dissuade the Western emulator developers. The leaks, so it looks like you can create an N64 game by creating a demo for the N64, which kind of does seem interesting. I would like to say this because this is from Sekiku Complex, and I have to say this is not bad. I'm going to show you guys, but I must warn you, I will have to go ahead and show you guys the leaks. I'm going to go ahead and go to the website itself. Now, keep this in mind. I think the source code is kind of interesting. So, following the source code, Nintendo everything. I thought this is interesting, though. Nintendo suffers a huge leak in source code and design files for Wii appearing online. A few days ago, the leaks started to surface regarding the old Pokemon games and were able to get looks into tons of beta designs for Gen 2 era, which followed by even more earlier sprites of earlier assets, apparently Pokemon content in larger portions like Space World 99 demo has been stated. How's it going?
Man of Fuego!
Hey! Did you hear the news that that there were some leaks for the Nintendo 64?
Oh yeah!
The source code for it. Yeah, you could actually make games on it.
Yeah, it's some absolute heroes, because that's the way. That is what these people are. They're fucking heroes. Actually, released the GameCube code as well.
Man, that's funny. Yeah, because it was from the Wii era too. And I'm kind of surprised. It's like the source for the boot code and everything, the full ISO SNK thing for the Wii SNK library source code for DBX, source codes that would info and manufacturing in the systems. I'm like looking at this. I'm actually looking at the videos of it. Like, let me see about this one that they had.
Isn't there I remember something about how they some people already made the like a standalone version of Super Mario 64.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That explains some of the modding for it too.
Yeah, basically a standalone Super Mario 64 game using the same codes. It is.
Yeah, and I'm like looking at the videos and everything. This is like 2 gigabytes worth of data.
Oh yeah, this is it. Morphe demo. Mirror House Cornflakes. Let's see. So, basically, the source code for the GameCube as well.
Yeah.
So that means that you I remember you were showing me that that project with F-Zero.
Yeah.
Oh wait, you did it. Oh wait, was it you or was it someone else? I know it was.
Yeah, I think it was me, but I don't know. It was like this. It was like someone actually made a fan port of it, I think.
Yeah, on Unreal Engine.
Yeah, and I thought it was kind of cool though.
Oh yeah, it was you.
Yeah, there was also the someone actually did like a PS1 version of like they tried to do it on the Unreal Engine of Metal Gear.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Let me see if I can look it up because they were thinking about doing a remake because the rumors about Sony buying out the games.
Yeah, yeah, considering that Konami did the all things considered, it's a good thing that Sony actually bought out the games from Konami.
Yeah. And I thought it was kind of cool though, because I was like looking at like the remakes of it. Like people actually did like the Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes remastered for Nintendo Switch, and this was like a year ago, and there was like someone actually made an Unreal Engine version of it. Like they showed the demo and everything. Let me see if I could find it because I actually looked it up. It was like 4 years ago. This is the video that everyone was talking about, where they did everything in the following content still in early stages of development, not representative of quality in the final point. And they actually tried to revive the original map of Metal Gear.
Like the original, that like the original first level map.
Yeah. Metal Gear Solid Unreal Engine. Like, I would love to see that happen, but it's not going to happen. I don't know if Kojima would be interested in trying that.
I'm not sure he would even approve because Kojima is really anal about his work.
I know, and it's like, he could remake that game. And you can see right here that someone actually put the work into it.
Now the problem is, besides the copyrights, you need to pay him royalties,
Yeah.
and then you have to deal with you have to deal with some of the other bullshit like
Yeah, because the guy who put this on YouTube did this. He actually modded some of this stuff. And I thought it was kind of interesting though, because he was like showing like the demo of it, showing the Metal Gear Solid Unreal Engine remake, and I thought it was really cool, a really cool idea, because a lot of people were talking about this, wishing that they would that Konami should sell their rights, and the fact that people were like talking about it too.
considering Konami's recent streak in games, and the fact that Konami decided to spend all their time making pachinko machines, it's just as well.
Yeah, because I think
Right.
they should sell off all their properties.
Yeah, they actually decided, you know what? Fuck console gaming. Fuck PC. Concentrate on working for the mafia.
Yeah.
You know, as much as we hate Konami, this is a good opportunity for them.
Yeah, they could sell off all their IPs. And they could still make money. It's just they should just have Sony make it. And they can just sell off their IPs and be like, look, we're just going to give these IPs away and hopefully, make a little bit of money in the side. Because they should. Like, they have Castlevania and people like Castlevania. And they should possibly sell that property off to Sony and make a little money off of it. Because already, but of course they even had the cartoon series on Netflix.
It's on the third season, isn't it?
Yeah, it's on the third season. A lot of people were kind of unhappy about the third season.
Is it bad though? Like I've seen the first 2 seasons, but the third one I haven't seen it yet.
I haven't seen it yet. I might buy it on DVD when it comes out and decide if it's bad or not. Because I heard the controversy with Alucard. Yeah, you probably heard about it. What happened was,
No.
I thought it was kind of funny. They were trying to sneak an anal sex scene into him.
Are you for Are you motherfuckers for real? You
Yeah,
gonna sneak in? You
they.
gonna? We already have gay vampires. It's called fucking Twilight.
Yeah, a lot of people talked about that scene. Like, I personally was like, you guys ruined it for us. You ruined the whole series, and you want to insert gay vampire into it.
The thing is, it's already a thing. It's called the Twilight Trilogy.
I know.
I want to suck your cock. Ah.
No, they basically was like ancient secret Chinese, like ancient Asian secret Chinese, whatever it's called, and they and basically hit him in the
Ancient
asshole.
Secret.
Yes.
More like ancient Asian ass fucking technique.
Yeah.
But seriously, uh, what actually goes through these people's heads when
I
it
don't
comes to
know.
shit like this?
I think they wanted to. I think they wanted to screw. They said, "Screw it. We're just gonna go. We're just gonna go ridiculous." That's what I think they were trying to do. They wanted to be like, maybe we should put something out there that's ridiculous and funny. Oh, I know. We should violate Alucard's asshole.
That's not how I said. That's not how I see it.
Yeah.
Let's take his anal virginity. Let's pop that anal cherry of his.
Yeah.
I mean, how old is he? Like like 200, 500 years old? Yeah, he's right. He's right for it. He's legal.
Yeah, and that's the thing that bothers me about it is like they literally were like trying to like violate his booty hole in the storyline, and I'm just like, a lot of people. I think Alucard's like asexual. He just doesn't want to be like in a relationship, but he does care about people.
Yeah, basically no emotional feelings whatsoever, but he is more than willing to either suck some neck, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And it's like, I don't think he's like that. It's like the problem with this whole situation is that they try so hard to turn it into something that just doesn't make any sense.
That's just how that is how woke people think. It doesn't work, but fuck it, we're gonna put it in for the brownie points for our community, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, but then again, I kind of had to talk about this issue because I noticed that you heard about Batwoman, right?
Batwoman becoming a lesbian.
No, the TV show. So apparently the ratings of it is really that bad.
Dude, I don't even watch CW, dude.
They don't have CW on there.
Yeah, they do. I just don't watch it, you know. I don't watch TV anymore.
Yeah, Batwoman used to like the ratings for it is really that bad. Like they barely get any. Like looking at the ratings, like I don't know why they don't seek to cancel it.
Wait. Oh yeah, I think I remember. That was when they went. That was when they went woke and decided to rewrite her as a feminist or some shit.
I don't think that was the case. I think it was more to the point that they tried to force lesbian stereotypes on the show. That was what they tried to do. They wanted her to be a lesbian icon because the actress that played her, I don't have a problem with her. She seems like an okay person, but when it comes down to it, a lot of people didn't like the show, and it's like they kind of talk about how bad this show is, and the ratings for the show were so low that it just got to the point where people just don't want to watch this show. It's like it's below like canceled
Below
shows.
average.
Yeah, below average beyond that. It's like the ratings for it is like so bad. Like they cannot get
They cannot get any viewers worth the shit because they decided to go woke, and now they're going broke.
Yeah, because I was like looking at the website list. Like, there's a website called TV Final Series, and they were like showing the numbers and everything. Like, there's one called let me look at this. Since 2019 through 2020, they had shows that were. Let me see if I can see the TV show ratings. Ratings by TV show.
Now, while you pick that up, I want to put my own spin on a whole pixel fascists don't get pixels thing from Germany.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that one, yeah. Go ahead.
Why do I feel like the guy who organized this shit is an ally, quote unquote?
Actually, it's a woman
Really?
that founded this organization.
I mean, one of the guys involved looks like he looks like the type to be to claim he's an ally and then beat women on the side when nobody's looking.
And who are you talking about specifically?
Yeah, but yeah, Germany just being Germany as usual because.
Yeah, because I remember during the Cold War days when the Berlin Wall was up and running, people tried to leave, ran out, trying to get the heck out of there.
You know what? You know what I found ironic?
Yeah.
You know what the name of the Berlin Wall was?
What?
The Anti-Fascist Wall.
The anti-fascist wall.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, and people were trying to get the hell out of there.
I mean, well, yeah, it's bad. They were being watched by the Stasi. They had a lot of human rights violations out the ass. And if you left, you were shot.
Yeah. And the fact that they want to do this to the gaming community. They want to create a Berlin Wall in the gaming community.
It is called. All right, let me see if I nailed the official. One of the official names right.
Mm-hmm.
The Anti-Fascist Protection Rampart, or Antifascista Schutzwall.
Yeah.
There we go. It's also known as the West Berlin, sometimes referred to as the Wall of Shame.
Yeah. And and that was a time when it was like a great divide between when Russia occupied East Germany and Germany.
Germany was the West area.
Yeah.
Like West Germany, the free area.
Because Germany
lost the war and they got and the Allies controlled it. But the thing is, one side went to the side went to the United States, and the other one went to the
USSR.
Yeah.
And I remember that I was living in Germany when I was a kid, and I was around when the fall of the wall was around too, when they discussed that.
You were in the Western area.
Yeah, I was in Stuttgart when it happened, around 1989, and they were discussing the possibility of breaking down that wall.
You used to be in Porsche City.
Yeah.
In other words, Porsche City, as in Stuttgart, because that's where they are.
Yeah, I was in Stuttgart when that happened, and I remembered my family was working And I remember those days too, because I was around for probably around 4 years living there.
Good question though, but what did Ger- uh what did Germans think whenever they saw a Puerto Rican? Because I knew someone
They're real
who used
nice
to live
people.
it. I knew someone who used to live on the western side of the wall back in the day.
Hmm.
She used to live in Berlin,
Yeah,
like back in the 70s or 80s,
yeah.
and she was fluent in German. In fact, she gave me a book on how to speak phrases in German.
They actually educate people on speaking German, and they actually encourage it.
Well, you are in the country, so you might as well speak the language,
Yeah,
which is fine.
which they weren't really racist. They weren't really mean, and the fact is but there were certain groups of people that were like, please don't go to that area. They're very mean. They're very, but they honestly, there were people that were like Nazis, but they didn't harass people. They didn't bully people. They just tell them to
Hold on,
stay
hold
away
on, hold on, hold
stay away from us. That's what they say.
on. All right, one part would be Nazis, but they were more like right-wing nationalists more than
Yeah,
anything else.
yeah. They weren't really, they don't try to. They basically advise you to leave. They don't try to
Yeah.
attack you or anything like that. They just basically ask you to leave.
Can you please leave my country?
Can you
This
please
is German.
please leave us
German.
alone? That's what they ask. Can you please leave us alone? We don't want you here.
Eh,
They don't try to fight you unless you piss them off. They will fight you.
whatever, I guess.
Yeah, that's kind of how I remembered them in Germany. But out of respect for them, they did have a lot of diversity.
It's not that. I mean, they do have a point regarding foreigners living in Germany, but
Yeah,
the thing is, they do have a point.
yeah,
I mean, okay, especially as of recently because of the migrant situation.
yeah. Okay, so I looked at the list. So the only popular show that's on CW is Supernatural season 15. That's the only show that is very popular on their list.
Oh, wait a minute. Supernatural has how many? Dude, 15 seasons?
Yeah,
15
they're
seasons of
still
what?
going. They're still going.
Holy shit!
That's the only show that's actually popular on the CW. And some of their shows are not even by the rankings looking at it, uh it's not even a lot of people are saying that that's a better show.
Dude, somehow whenever I see this show, the first thing that comes to mind is how a bunch how should I say this? The fangirls of that show are pretty much Western Fujoshis, like Rotten Girls.
I know they are.
Because I have seen some real shit regarding the claiming that the two brothers liked each other. They're brothers. How the fuck? You know what? An incestuous gay relationship. What the fuck are you talking about?
Hey, let's see here. Cancellations on shows. Let's see. The cancellation of Nightfall has been canceled on the History Channel. Let's see what else. Project Blue Book canceled by History Channel. No season 3. I actually liked the Project Blue Book because they tried to be skeptic about that series. Okay, so She-Ra Princess of Power season 5 on Netflix revealed the final season premiere.
Yeah, the that show's on its final legs.
Yeah, so they're probably not going to revive it. The Ultimate Battle of Etheria in the Horizons, the final season, Princess of Power arrives on the 15th. So Netflix is probably going to cancel that show, all because of the fact I found out the LBGTQ hates the voice actress.
Wait, which one? The current voice actress of the show.
Yeah. They hated her.
Dude, these people will eat each other. These people always. It's always the same thing with these people. The alphabet people always end up eating each other alive. Holy shit!
They were literally trolling her. You remember that whole class warfare meme that happened?
Vaguely.
The whole what happened was they did that lesbian Marmaduke, whatever her name is. Remember that one? We discussed that one.
Duke. Oh, now I remember. Let's get about it.
So what happened was there were a bunch of LGBTQ trolls. They did not like her, and they tried to go after her.
Lord, I swear these people.
That's what happened. That's why they canceled Netflix. I think there was a group of trolls that were hired by the Netflix businesses to go after her. That's what I think is what happened. Because I think they didn't like the show. They basically tried to cancel it by ruining the voice actress. Because there was a part where they tried to do an edit, like they tried to frame her saying that, "Oh, I hate this lesbian bitch."
They could have just done a bit differently, you know. I mean, just cancel it right, not fuck up the actress who played the main character's voice. Holy shit!
I know the voice actress that played She-Ra. So She-Ra season 5 and next reveals the final season premiere. So as far as I know, the only series that actually is popular is Supernatural. Based on what I'm looking at, the Daily Network season, let's see. The top shows, the CW, let's see. Let's see here. Let's see. They barely got anything for season 4. Let me see. What's the ratings for this one? Okay, so for CW, and I'm looking at the ratings list right here, and I'm just looking at it from, okay, The Flash renewed. You can see right here they only got like 0.44, and that's like the demographic that they had, and they were losing. They had like 1 point from views 1.268.
You know what I actually found? You know who? One of my cousins is actually a fan of the show Supernatural.
Yeah.
Well, she was. I mean, I know that she. I'm not sure she even still watches that show because I know she's also a Korea boo.
Oh yeah, she's into the drama.
Yeah.
She's into the K dramas.
K drama. Yeah, K dramas and K-pop somehow.
Let's see. So, Batwoman is like at number 4. But they renewed the show. At one point, it's like, according to this, by the views, they didn't show the demographic. They showed like the demographic is like 18 to 49 for Batwoman. She beat out Supergirl. And Supernatural, the ending of the series, is at number 3, but yet Flash being renewed is at the top of the list.
Let's see.
But DC Legends of Tomorrow is actually by the numbers, and I'm looking at the TV series by season rating.
Okay, what else is Nancy Drew? Roswell, New Mexico. Wait,
Yeah,
wait a fucking minute. Wait a
yeah.
fucking minute.
That's a new version that they did.
These motherfuckers just did a new version of Roswell.
Yeah, I watched it.
Man,
I watched it. It's kind of like they're adults. They're not teenagers anymore. They're not like high school kids anymore. They
all right.
basically did like an adult version of it.
Let's see what else I can recognize. Black Lightning.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
Katie Keene. What the fuck is that one about?
yeah, and Charmed is renewed. I don't know why they renewed Charmed because it's not even doing well in the ratings either.
Let me say it like this. They renewed that because of the fucking nostalgia the original has.
Yeah,
And
and it's like they keep renewing it. Riverdale is like it's barely getting any ratings.
let me guess.
Let me look at
Uh,
that.
what channels are some of these playing at?
Probably
NBC.
like mostly on the back end, like Channel 5, Channel 6, Channel 10 or 13 or 20.
Oh, they're syndicated.
Yeah. So I'm looking at this and I'm just like the Mask Singer is like the top rated show on Fox. The Bachelor, The Voice on ABC. And this is like the Connors, FBI, the Goldbergs. This is like the demographic. 8 million on the Masked Singer. Actually 9 million. I'm rounding that up.
Okay.
Um,
The master.
yeah.
You know, regarding how some of these shows,
Hmm.
I actually do find it surprising that they're still going at it regarding Supernatural. I thought that show ended or something.
It's still going, but they're probably selling like the DVDs and such. Okay, so the average 32 week sort of viewership. NCIS is like the top rated show again. CBS.
Uh, I know the Blacklist ended a while ago, didn't it?
Yeah, it did, but I think they're probably renewing it.
My birds of they're supposedly they're gonna be doing like an animated version.
Of the
My
Blacklist.
Oh wait, it wasn't the Blacklist. It was some other show. I forgot what it was about.
Yeah.
Uh, my brother is a fan of that show, believe it
Yeah.
or not, the Blacklist.
Yeah, and you can see right here. This is they got like 1.26 million, and that's and Batwoman is like right below. Let's see, the Good Girls. Roswell, Nancy Drew, but yet Batwoman is like at one ranked at 118, and they renewed that series. And the top rated show right now is
The Flash.
no, it's inside NCIS.
Oh yeah. Wait,
It's-
isn't NCIS going through its final season as well?
yeah, and 60 Minutes and The Voice. The Masked Singer's at number 5. Young Shelton is renewed and it's still going. And you can see that in the Blue Buds, like that's what's his name show?
Sheldon.
Young Shelton, yeah. There's Chicago Fire, Chicago Med. Those are like the top shows right now that are like out of the top 10. The Voice is like at number 10 for the fall season.
Isn't the Good Doctor by any chance in the range as well? I know that's the I know it's
Let's see. I'm looking. The Good Doctor. The Good Doctor.
yeah that's the one with the autistic doctor.
Yeah, I think it's probably around, because I know they have Mixish is another one. Single Parent, The Good Doctor. I know it's here somewhere. I don't know what the heck are they trying to do, because this is like the season. Let me look up more on the list. All right, The Dynasty. Let's see. Let me see. It's NBC. Outmatched, Blackish, Mixes, The Rookie.
Still a desk. 48
Yeah.
hours.
What's up?
We got pizza if you'd like some.
Sure.
You showered today?
Yeah, I did.
Really?
Yeah, this morning.
So you can have 3 pieces.
Yeah.
Hey.
Okay.
Don't take all of the same kind, and wash your hands before you come get it since you just stuck them down your pants.
Okay.
Yeah.
What the fuck, bro?
Family.
Oh yeah, JT. Oh yeah, your mom.
Yeah, that's my
Hola,
stepmom.
señora JT.
Yeah, no, that's my.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at the Prodigy son. Bob's Burgers still going? Jeez.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah, it still is somehow.
Oh yeah, because they have like 1 point, like almost 2 point. They almost got 2 million views. That's why. And since Simpsons is like dropping, it's like on 29th place. Ellen's Games.
I know they're on the 30th season right now.
Yeah, and Ellen's Game of Games renewed. Ellen's Night of Giveaways renewed. That's like 6 million. And America's Got Talent Championships is at 7 million. Lego Masters is like at 3 million, yet it's like at rank 18.
I'm not even surprised at some of these though.
Yeah, I'm looking at I'm trying to look for the show in question. Bull is still around. I'm surprised. Let's see, where is this? And I might have to get off soon. I got 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so they brought back Legacies. Actually, it was an okay show. I didn't mind it. It was like drama. Basically, it's a bunch of high school kids.
I could care less to be honest.
Yeah, no, I kind of had to stop watching Nancy Drew because it got nowhere.
Let me guess, it was really fucking boring. Despite the fact it's a mystery show.
It just got to the point where it's like it got stupid.
Oh man, you know, that reminds me of the fact I was watching Inspector like a couple of weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
I could not stand the fact how dialogue heavy that anime was.
Are you coming or no?
It's a mediocre ass show. If it weren't for the fact that the main character is a cutie. Outside that, there is not much going on in that fucking anime. So regarding that supernatural show called Kyoko Suiri, it's a 6.5. It's a 7 basically, but it's not good, but it's not great either. It's average. That was actually the score we gave it at the Uppost anime podcast a while ago, which we'll have to remake soon. We came across some issues. But nothing we can fix, right? Now there is let's see. I don't think I've ever watched another drama outside Better Call Saul, which I honestly need to check out the later seasons.
I'm sorry, man. Hello?
Well, I was saying that outside. I was saying that the last time I watched a drama-related TV show was basically Better Call Saul.
Hmm.
That's the spin-off with that was a spin-off with Saul Goodman from Breaking Bad.
Oh yeah. There was a show that I liked. It was called Saul. Better Call Sal or Saul.
Yeah, yeah, Better Call Saul. Yeah, that's the one with Bob Odenkirk.
Yeah, he actually was an okay actor. I liked him.
Well, to be honest, he was actually one of the best parts of Breaking Bad. The lawyer himself.
Yeah, he played the scumbag lawyer, but he was pretty good at it.
Eh, I mean, having watched the first two seasons, I didn't see Jimmy as much of a scumbag as his brother. His brother
he's
was the
on-
fucking asshole.
Yeah, his brother was kind of mentally out of it.
Yeah, the guy was. Yeah, the guy was
And I watched it on Netflix, to be honest with you, because they actually put it on Netflix.
had this condition. It was a condition that. How should I say this? The guy was like very much allergic to electromagnetic waves. He
Mhm.
fucked him up.
But it turned out he wasn't. It's just he doesn't like electronic devices.
Really,
Yeah.
a bitch. The other thing was he didn't want his brother to succeed at being a lawyer.
Yeah.
Like he had a massive ego when it came to competition.
I'll probably get off soon because as soon as it gets to 7, they turn it off.
Mm-hmm. Real shit. Chuck is a fucking scumbag.
Yeah.
And I do have to say that his coworker is a babe though. I forgot her name though.
Yeah.
She had like this voice. Like,
Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist. I don't know how these people make these shows.
cocaine, my dude.
Yeah.
Well, if it's not cocaine, it's something the likes of. Well, if it isn't cocaine, it's the Merchant's Guild. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of, there was a new sex scene touch today. Holy shit, that was a good one. Do you have like internet? Do you have like fucking in his team of an RPG game? He had like fucking internet historian Ken Ashcorp and all these other people.
I don't know how these people do this.
They're pretty much getting their asses beat by Netflix. I mean, I'll be honest, it's Puerto Rico alone, and have these people are hooked into Casa de Papel and that Spanish show.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, the show is literally fuck the rich. We're gonna rob them. It has such a leftist bias. It's insane that they even feature an anti-fascist song in that series. There are kids watching this shit.
Yikes.
I mean, honestly, Spain is considering that they had to deal with the Franco regime back in the 1960s, all the around the post-war,
Mm-hmm.
around until the I think it was 1990s. Yeah, 1990s or so, early 90s. There we go. Naughty Dog Blades. Oh, what the fuck? Dude, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Really? This motherfucker is blaming GameStop. Holy shit.
Yeah, everyone seems to be blaming GameStop. But GameStop's not at fault, though. I know Neil Duckman's been trying to blame. Is he really doing it? Hello?
You know, could yeah,
Neil Duckman
you
is
know,
blaming GameStop. That's a big surprise.
considering the guy couldn't handle the criticism that his customers did.
Yeah. They all decided to get the hell away from it because they tried to actually ask for their money back.
Never pre-order a game from GameStop because otherwise they're gonna fuck you over.
Well, unfortunately, I can't get my pre-orders from GameStop because they locked it down. They're probably gonna call me. I'll probably say no. I'm not gonna buy it.
Mm, I'm gonna be honest here. I've been buying more PC games more than anything else because it's a lot more. I know you need
It's a lot.
need a hard physical disc. Yes,
Yeah.
it's true. You need a physical in
Yeah.
case you take it down because some of these games will be gone soon. And that's why there are pages that are dedicated to abandonware.
Yeah. And right now, there's a lot of people going on PC now or
Oh,
online.
speaking of tomorrow, there is I know there are some. I know some of our viewers play Fortnite, but there's going to be an event tomorrow,
Oh God.
and it's called the Party Royale.
Party Royale.
Yeah, they're having like Steve Aoki and Demouse 5 besides some other motherfucker.
I know Stephen Yoki's trying to sell a comic book.
I did not hear. Did a comic book. You know what's funny? What the fuck became of his sister?
His sister is still a model, but she just retired from acting. She no longer acts.
So that's what happened to Devin.
Yeah, I really liked her. She was an okay actress. It's just she couldn't get many roles. That's the problem. Ever since she basically
Dead or Alive.
Yeah, Dead or Alive 5, it just went downhill for her. She's been doing like a lot of like she's still around per se, but she had kids from what I understand.
The thing is, well, this is the same chick who plays Suki in the second Fast and the Furious movie.
I know,
So
and I wish she can come back, but she can't.
I can't be the only one who thinks that Justin Whale looks like a bootleg version of Sibayoki.
I know.
Except without the fucking birthday cakes.
Yeah, because I kind of do miss her as an actress, but it's like she hasn't really, she did appear in a video
Sin
short.
City.
Yeah, Sin
Oh, yeah.
City and Double Duchess Seeing Double. It's just like ever since 2018 she just kind of disappeared. Like she retired from acting from what I understand.
You know,
I like her, but it's like she's not gonna come back.
might as well, dude.
Because she did like the Mutant Chronicles. Remember that one?
No, I don't think I remember it.
She,
Oh, wait,
it was
that
on
was that
Sci-Fi Channel. It was on the Sci-Fi Channel.
Oh, okay. So, Mutant Chronicles was done by Marvel, wasn't it? Or was it something else? I don't.
It was basically a Sci-Fi Channel thing. It was not really Marvel or anything like that. It was basically the Mutant Chronicles was like a story about It was like a zombie apocalypse.
I see. There's those. The other thing was all right. She was on. She was one of the characters in Sin City. I remember watching Sin City,
Yeah.
but only vaguely.
Yeah, she was Miho. in SimCity 2005. They even tried to put her in.
In the sequel. Yeah, there was
Yeah.
a sequel to that movie.
Yeah, I think she died in the first Sin City.
The 26th century. The darkest stage has yet to come.
Yeah. The Killer Bones, the war. What is war? Let's see, as Kira. Oh yeah, she was in that movie too.
She was
She was basically getting like small roles.
yeah, one of them was being appearing as Suki in Ludacris's at the full video. Because of course, in Fast and the Furious.
Yeah,
That's why.
she was really cute, but it's like I don't
Eh,
know.
honestly, she was a butterface of all things. I'm
She was
sorry.
yeah, she was, but she was kind of cute. But she was a model. You have to understand that too.
Yeah. Yeah, there is the fact that both Devin and Steve's father was the Rocky Aoki, the man who founded the Benihana chain.
Yeah. And the funny thing is like, I don't really have a problem with her. It's like you could tell that she's still modeling. She still has kids, and right now she's happily married.
Well, she went. You know what? She was more. That's fine. Because honestly, acting is actually not a very easy job, and you can get and here's the thing. It takes up a lot of your time.
I know.
So that's why you ever see the movie The Animal?
Yeah.
The one with Rob Schneider? The chick who played the female character, the chick who played Colleen,
Yeah.
was she retired like around the early 2000s.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically she didn't want to be she was a one-time actress, and then she ended up developing a couple of things on the side. But
Yeah.
after that, she decided she retired. It wasn't worth it.
Yeah.
Sometimes I ask myself, what goes in the inside? What goes in the mind of these people?
I think it's
So you get
because they don't want to. I think it's because the stress of working.
and the additional bullshit that comes in.
Yeah.
That's fair, actually.
Yeah, because it's like I can understand. It's like that's kind of the stress of working in the movie industry, and the fact that they probably like I understand what's his name doesn't want to go back to the movie industry. Yeah, I probably need to go.
Yeah.
But then again, I'll continue, and then when it shuts down. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I see in that. It's like I wish she can come back to acting, but I understand that she has family she wants to take care of, and that's something that I can respect. Like a lot of actresses are doing that too.
Yeah. You know who else? Did this? Rick Moranis at the prime of his fame.
Yeah.
The man retired because he after his wife died, he wanted to spend more time with his kids and decided, you know what? My kids are more important than this shit.
I know, and that's kind of fair. Like no one should really hate him for it. It's like
Nah.
like a lot of people wanted the Ghostbusters sequel to happen, but you know what? I would love to see him come in the new Ghostbusters movie, but I don't think it's gonna happen because the whole COVID situation, and they're still trying to fix that problem.
The other thing regarding Rick Moranis is that he was already in his prime,
Yeah,
so there was no point in carrying on.
I know.
if I was in my prime, I would tell them, you know what, fuck this. I'm taking all my money. I'm retiring. Y'all can kiss my ass. See ya.
Yeah, that's true. But there won't be any sequels for movies. So
The and I know that Harold Ramis. Well, let's be honest here. Why would you do a sequel of the Ghostbusters despite the fact that Harold Ramis is dead?
I agree.
It's not worth it to actually do a. It's not worth it to do a sequel of the Ghostbusters
I
movie.
think it's because the son is taking over the franchise and wants to do the passing of the torch story.
Not just that, not just the passing of the torch. He wants to fix the damage that was left by the 2016 movie.
Yeah, because Sony gave power to a person who basically abused that power, which was what's her name, Amy Pascal. Amy Pascal kind of burnt the franchise to the ground by basically saying, "No, I want someone to direct this film," and one of the directors refused.
Oh, fake.
Yeah, Paul
And then
Feig. And he
no wait.
basically
Okay.
he basically accepted it because he was being pestered by Amy Pascal to do the movie.
And then we have the shit show that happened after that. The guy saying that we were all incels and shit because he shat on the franchise. Oh, come on, dude. You pretty much shat on the fan base.
Yeah.
What do you think people are gonna want that to watch that piece of shit movie? It's better as a. It's not even worth it as a coaster.
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus Christ, man.
I know that's getting to that point too. It's like a lot of people are upset about it.
Well, it could be worse though.
Yeah, it's worse than that.
When you gonna look off, dude?
Yeah, I probably will load out, but as far as I know, I'm just gonna do it until it closes down.
Now that I think about it, speaking of retired actors, oh wait, speaking of actors, whatever became of Dana Carvey though?
Dana Carvey, I haven't heard about him since. Dana Carvey?
Yeah, yeah. The last thing the guy ever did was the Master of Disguise movie.
Yeah, he's still around, but he decided to like he's not really in. He's still around, but he's like 64.
You know what I would wish? I wish I wish for a fourth.
Actually, he is doing a TV show. He's still continuing with it. It's called Lights Out with David Spade, and he does appear. He does appear as Tony Montana.
David Spade is someone else who
Yeah.
who I haven't heard in a while.
Yeah, he has his own TV show, and it's still
I know he
going.
did. I know he also did that sequel of Joe Dirt, which was a complete abortion.
Yeah,
I haven't seen it, but I heard some shit about it.
yeah, he did, and he tried to do the sequel.
And oh yeah, I forgot something else. That movie was Netflix exclusive. It didn't come to theaters.
Yeah,
You know what? You know what I would love. Um, you know, a fourth. You know, a fourth. How should I say this?
mm-hmm.
A fourth Austin Powers movie, but with what's his name? Set with Seth Green.
Yeah, I would agree with you on that one.
The problem is, okay, so basically, yeah, the guy. So in the case of Dana Carvey, he went to heart bypass surgery.
Yeah.
So in '97, and he was in he was next to Frank Sinatra. Okay.
Yeah.
His last show was his last. Oh wait, he was on Rick and Morty. He was on. Oh yeah, I forgot. He was the. I think he was Leonard from Anatomy Park.
Yeah. A lot of people.
Tell me it.
He made some career choices that made him okay.
Regarding.
I'm not gonna hate on it, but that's what it is. It's like a lot of people see.
Hey, you gotta get that money, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, and then there's the fact that he's he's actually spending more time as a voice actor because his current movie is the sequel life of Pets 2.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you about the Illumination, but that movie studio has nothing but crack house vibes. Seriously, like Norm of the North, that had crack house vibes all over it.
Yeah, it seems like they're putting out shows that have crack house vibes.
Not just shows, movies as well. Norm of the North was a movie.
Yeah. Norbit was a weed pot smoking show. Like they literally tried to ruin it.
There is someone else, but what was his name? He fucking hell.
Yeah.
It's just that I've been thinking of so many people from Hollywood you don't see anymore.
Yeah.
Rob Schneider.
Yeah,
Rob Schneider and
Rob Snyder's been doing like B movies.
let's see. Rob Schneider was on. Damn, his peak was in the early 2000s. I remember.
Yeah,
I remember
and he's 56 now. Like he's kind of like he hasn't really done many movies. As I recall, he has done some shows. I know that, but it's like he hasn't really. He's been doing like B movies.
Oh, he's an anti-vaxxer. What the fuck, bro?
Yeah, and the fact that right now he's been struggling with his career. He has been doing movies though. He's been doing a few B movies here and there. Like he's doing Halloween.
The ridiculous. All right, the ridiculous States, American Virgin,
Oh yeah.
The Chosen One.
Yeah, he's been doing like some really bad B movies.
Sandy Wexler.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So this is Adam Sandler movie on Netflix.
Yeah.
You know what the last Adam Sandler movie I've seen was?
What?
Uncut Gems.
Well, I know Adam Sandler's been doing like he did like a lot of movies, but he did like The Cobbler.
It says here that Mike Judge makes a vocal cameo as Beavis and Butthead during the end credits of Sandy Wexler.
Yeah.
Holy shit! You know who else appears in this fucking movie?
Who?
Rikishi, fucking Rikishi.
The wrestler.
Holy shit!
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, Rikishi used to be really good. Like he was a really popular wrestler.
Well, let's just say that Rikishi's more famous movie is the eating ass. The first I for eat my ass.
Yeah, that's the only thing he was known for.
You want to fight me? Eat my ass. Literally, just
Yeah.
spread the sweaty ass butt cheeks of this nigga's face.
I will tell you about the whole issue with so Amazon is getting sued for misleading people into believing they own digital copy of what they purchase.
Oh yeah, I did hear about that one.
Yeah, that's another. Let me look it up. Because I know that Memology did it. Like he actually is reporting on this issue.
Yeah, my respect for Memology.
In the realm of digital spaces, owning what you buy is a lie.
Not just movies, but also music as well.
Yeah. Amazon removed the popular documentary from their platform over a month ago. The Hoax.
You know, as if Amazon was in enough
Hoax is a
deep shit
documentary
already
how the
because
media
of the work.
manipulates the news and builds a narrative. And turns out, even though the people who actually bought it were unable to access the film through their library, Amazon sued for misleading you into believing you own a copy of the digital movies you purchase. Though people should know better by now, still Amazon is at fault for misleading consumers on their platform.
Dude,
People pay more to buy the product instead of just renting it to be able to own it. Too bad they overpaid for nothing. Let's this be a lesson.
you know, as if they weren't on enough deep shit already with the fact that a bunch of their employees either got lied to, or the fact that a lot of them had COVID-19.
Yeah, let me see what else is there. YouTube CEO admits there's a double standard with moderating information about the virus. Interview with Hank Graham confirmed.
Bitch.
Yeah, regards to the health information. Basically, there is a stricter line to coronavirus content and general health content.
One of the chances of actually being affected is the Epoch Times,
Yeah.
who has been covering a lot of the information that Communist China won't deal with as well.
I know.
China Uncensored, one of their sub channels, also get affected by Citizens Claims. In fact, it goes further than that. It goes further. It goes on Facebook as well. If you were to show people the documentary they made about the origin of the coronavirus, they will label it as fake information.
Yeah, there's also the fact that
and that's because the Epoch Times as a whole is vehemently anti-CCP.
Yeah,
and for good reason. The founders are Falun Gong petitioners.
Yeah, yeah. The weird thing about it is, like, here's another story. Like, for months now, people are talking about this. Like, even news websites are talking about this. That African students decry COVID-19 bias in China. Like, they're being attacked in China for being Africans. Oh, yeah. Like, this is something that should be discussed about because of the fact that people are being
discriminated against in more ways than one.
And it's like I don't really understand the issue behind this, but they're being accused of spreading the virus. That's what's going on in China. Like, I'm surprised, there's certain YouTube websites that are talking about this, and the fact that you see that Al Jazeera is talking about this, but you don't see like the main, like the big news networks that talk about, like CNN or New York Times.
It's bad when even Vice covers this. Holy shit.
Yeah. And it's like a lot of Africans are being discriminated against in China, and I'm surprised that no one talks about this issue Not even, Kate Black of all people. I don't think she's talking about this.
Cat Black, not say that Cat Black only talks when it's convenient for her.
I know, it's like if she talks about it, China will kill her. That's how bad it is. It's like, okay, China, okay, Cat Black, you better not say anything negative about China, or else we're gonna destroy you.
We have the power, you fucking nigga.
God.
No, for real, for real. For real, a lot of Chinese on the internet are pretty much using the Game Award in social media like WeChat and Baidu, which is basically two of the Baidu is like the Facebook of, I think it's if I recall, it's the Facebook of China.
Yeah.
And dude, it's way beyond that regarding the China's discriminating against Africa. So, in fact, not just that. Dude, I would recommend you that you check out Serpent's stream about. Okay, I'm gonna send you this video. It's from Serpent today
Yeah. Yeah.
regarding this issue.
Okay.
It's called oh wait, it's on ADB. Oh yeah, it's on their ADB
Page. Their
ADB
website.
podcast.
Okay.
No, there we go. No blacks allowed in China. Episode number 24 of the ADB podcast.
Okay. Go ahead and link it to me.
I would recommend you to check out the ADB podcast.
The ADV podcast. Okay.
Yeah,
ADV.
yeah, it's. And you will find a video that says "No blacks in China," and it will explain
Okay, I
why
see it.
coming from a guy who
think
lived in China for well over 10 years.
Okay.
Well, two guys
play.
actually.
I'll play it a little bit.
For a reason.
For a
they didn't
razor.
work. It felt like I was pulling
thing
my
is, the
hair out one by
Chinese
one,
are
so it messed up, and we just had to shave it
Basically,
off.
Keep in
Han
mind, my wife did a
supremacists.
pretty
Like
good job.
Yeah, she
to
did,
them,
but she didn't have $8 clippers.
if you're not a Han ethnic
just locks
Chinese,
the door so you can't go in and
or
see.
You know, first the
basically
mom says good job, and then she goes
someone
there,
who,
she's like, where is it? You know?
Yeah, well, she
a
can't
majority,
get in, just
a
can't get in,
Han
you know.
Chinese, you
Anyway, the fact of the
aren't
matter is,
exactly.
this wet market thing. When
The
you start to
irony
see all this
with
so-called
China
positive
as a
coverage,
communist system
it's
is that
very
it
easy to
is
see,
in fact
it's part of the
unequal.
propaganda tool because
Yeah.
they want to soften the blow. It does need to change.
Like,
it's
well,
not a good
especially
system.
considering what
It
they're
is
doing to the
medieval.
Uyghurs.
It's
Yeah, because I'm looking at some of that stuff. Oh, did you read that? Did you see that comic strip of Riri Williams?
Oh, what? Oh yeah, the new Iron Man.
Yeah, the new Iron Man. It's like I looked at that comic book and I really hated it. It's like she tried to instigate the teacher. Like she was trying to get her story attention. Like she was trying to literally start an issue with her teacher. Like she said she wanted to be a scientist, and like she said, "Hi, I want to know I have decided what I will be when I grow up. This is quite the time, Miss Williams. Let's hear it."